Hello and happy Friday. Super excited to connect with all of you today. It's the 12th of July, 2019. It's been a while since I do one of these live things. So today I'm going to start by first sharing with you that I feel very, very happy, very grateful. I was just online connecting with some human beings on Facebook. And when I got there, I got a message from a client, former client of mine, just thanking me for my help with her because she's engaged to, in her own words, the most amazing man. So this is one of the most gratifying things that I get when I work with someone and I hear from her that she found what she wanted. And it's not just that she found what she wanted, but she found it through being the most alive, the most feminine, the most creative, the most courageous version of herself. So it's the most exciting thing that I get a chance to do in addition to being with my family. My family is one of my passions, helping women find love in a specific way. It's beyond words. So today I want to answer a few questions and get a chance to go a little bit deep on some of the things that are worrying you ladies the most and offer you my specific guidance on how you can take this further. Before I start, I'll just share with you that for some of you, you'll find that you want to take these concepts deeper. And if you do, you're going to find on the first link on the description of this video, a link that says, there's two links on the description of the video. One, if you want to work with me, you can click on that link and apply. If you want to just go deeper on your own, there's a free masterclass that I've placed for you, and both links are available right now on that description. So let's go and get started. So right now, if you're here, I just want you to share with me, type something so I know that you're here. I know a few of you start showing up. So Amira, Cassie, Julia, Carrie Sweeney, Ikra, how you're about to go to sleep. That's cool. You can catch the rerun. Annie, Mila, Bobby, Corina, hi from Fresno. Hello, Corina, Ivy, Sumaya, Jude, Vanessa. Super excited to connect with all of you. So here's what I'll share with you right now. I'm going to thank you so much, Sarah. Appreciate it. Thank you, Cassie. I'm in Texas as well. I'm from Mexico, but I live in Austin, Texas. So we're close to each other. Corina Lugo, thank you so much, and Zana and Amira. Okay, so Dio, beautiful, amazing women. So fucking excited to be here. And what can I say? What a blessing to be able to share with you today. So if you want a specific question answered, if you can type it on the chat section. If you can be specific versus generic, it's going to help me to give you, I mean, I don't write an entire Bible here, but if you have a specific question you want an answer to, just share it with me and I'll be happy to give you some reply. So, okay, first question that I have right now is, when is it best to become vulnerable with a guy? I show no emotion to see how they are, but fear showing my vulnerable side. Well, I'll start with you, Kwali. Okay, when is it best to be vulnerable with a man? I think it's best to be vulnerable from the start. However, how vulnerable you are depends on the level of connection you have with him. Meaning, you don't know the guy at all. You're not going to go to the deepest level of vulnerability because being vulnerable is something that it's scary a little bit, but also it's dangerous when you don't know who you're doing it with. So my approach is always be vulnerable 1% more than you feel comfortable with, 1%, not 180 degrees, 1 degree to the right or left. But when you see that the guy starts showing up, he starts being present, he is worthy of more vulnerability, then you can sequentially, gradually, with time, be more and more vulnerable. So start off with a little bit more and then give more. If you, by default, are being very cautious and have a close heart, my fear is that you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to create the connection you want with the right man, and it's going to take him breaking down walls and barriers. And some guys are not sure that they want to do that if there's not something that prompts them to go deeper. So open up a little bit more, not a lot more, and then take it from there. That's my best suggestion. Next question is how to respond to men that ask you, why are you so mysterious? I told him he wasn't my boyfriend to know everything, good or bad. Thank you. Well, it depends on what he means by why you're being mysterious. If mysterious means you're not sharing anything, then, well, it's not good. If mysterious just means that you're taking longer to share everything, then I think there's nothing wrong with it. You just go deeper step by step. I think in the process of getting to know someone, asking good questions of that man so that both of you can take turns and it's not just an inquisition on his side or your side, it's probably the best thing to do. So when you feel like he's asking you for more than you want to share, then say, it's going to take me a little longer to answer that, but here's how much I can share right now. And then ask him some questions that also allow him to open his heart. And by him opening his heart, you'll probably feel safer to share more and more. That's my best answer for you. Okay, so Anita, hi from Australia. Hi to Australia. Okay, Bobby, your husband left you for some other woman. How can you get over him? Well, here's the thing. Someone leaving you for another woman, leaving you, it's not necessarily why something happens. I know that's the way it seems, but typically when some guy leaves you for another woman, there's other things that are present or not present, and that's maybe one of the last things that takes place. Him leaving you for, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm also not saying it's his fault. I mean, he's the one who's doing it, but there's probably much more at play. Him leaving for someone is more of a symptom than a problem, I think. So my best advice is that you figure out exactly, precisely, specifically, why did this happen? Not just his share, but your share as well. And there's probably, even if it's at a different percentage, there's some share that there's something you have to do with it. If nothing else, choosing him, if nothing else, not being aware of what he's doing for far longer than you probably needed to. There's many things that you can step into and feel the courage. Don't feel like you have to start dating right now. Don't feel like you have to get over him really quickly. The more you step into the kind of life that you want, the more you find a gift in what happened, even though it feels punching in nature, the better off you will be and the faster you'll be able to move forward. Even though it's not really fast, it's going to be faster if you find the hidden gift in this shitty wrapping that you received. Next person, let me go back up because I want to make sure I do this in order. Okay, Cassie, you've been in love with this guy, but he seems to be scared to be loved. Talk to me and have a relationship. Well, don't waste your, I'm going to be direct, don't waste your fucking time. If a guy is not willing to step into a relationship, don't be his mommy. Don't attempt to get him to become someone he's not. If he's not willing to take action and you're being courageous and open, step away, do something else, connect with somebody else and let him step up, be clear, connect with you, ask you out, do what he needs to do. If he's asking you out but he's not willing to commit, then set a boundary. The last video that I just shared yesterday talks about why the guy's not committing. And there's many reasons why guys don't commit, including what they need, how they show up, their own fears and insecurities. But the other side of the thing, which I discussed yesterday, is you. Sometimes a guy doesn't commit to you because you allow him not to commit, because you show up regardless of whether he commits or not, and he has zero incentive to move forward. Why? Because if he doesn't commit, he still gets what he wants. So watch that video, go to my channel, watch that video, and then let me know what you think on a comment there. Okay, Cassie? Hope this is helpful to you. Okay, Anne, another question. Thank you so much. I think you're a blessing too. Appreciate you. Big hug, Anne. Okay, Julia, what would be a good first step in self-love? Good first step is asking yourself, what do I want? What do I need? And how can I get it right now? How can I give myself the excitement, the passion, the fun, the meaning that I need in my life before I seek it in somebody else? That's the best, I think, first step into self-love. Depending upon where you are right now, it's doable or not doable, but I think there's something very self-loving about being courageous enough to tell yourself, this is what I want. Even if you don't know how to get it, even if you're scared shitless of getting it, but being able to courageously tell yourself, this is what I want, and then figuring out how, I think that's an amazing first step in self-love. John Neal, you're divorced. How do you find a Christian? Please let me know. John, I'm not sure if you're a guy or a woman, but John is typically a guy's name. But here's the thing, John, if you want to find a Christian, more likely than not, you'll find lots of group events and things at church. There's multiple churches, and it's not just like during mass or during service. After those events, you'll find lots of both men and women who are interested into the same kind of things you're into. So I think the church environment would be the best place to start looking. There's definitely online sites that are specific to different religions. Specifically Christian Mingle probably can help you with that. So those are good things. My thing would be figure out what it is that you want and what are some of the lessons you learned from your divorce so that you can move forward with courage and not feel like you have to go through those lessons again. Hope this is helpful. Okay. Who else? Karina. Let me see. Let me move forward. Okay. So let me go back up here. Wow. I think I'm way behind on my questions. Let me see what it is. I lost you. I lost this. Okay. Next one. Should you accept little white lies, even if it's about money? He tells me I should be grateful because he's faithful. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think here's the truth. Most human beings lie in some way, in some fashion, even if it's by not being honest with themselves. So I don't know if those things that are money related are he's spending money on prostitutes. Well, that's not a small thing. It's a huge thing. If those small money things are maybe he's ashamed of telling you how much he makes and he exaggerated a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's not a great principle, but I want to make sure that you're not asking for him to do something you're not doing. Now, if you're being very, very honest with him in all respects, then set that boundary that to be more transparent, because again, I would have to know the context more to understand if it's something that's problematic or unhealthy. In general, in principle, of course, it's not good lying. There's different qualities of lie and there's different levels of lying. So it really depends. I'm not one to say, well, absolutely, categorically, no one can ever lie to another human being. I mean, sometimes there's specific reasons why you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, and you might step into a white lie for that reason. But obviously, it's better than not. Not lying is better than lying. Pathetic Pisces. Okay, you live close to a guy that you broke up with, and he will take the same train to work. Sometimes you bump into him in the mornings, and the wounds get and you're both expats and attending. I'm not sure, something got cut off. So I'm not sure what your question is there. If you can take another train, take another train. If you find yourself feeling hurt, move to a different location when you see him. Like, don't feel like the need to say hi and chit chat and small talk every morning. Set up a boundary where you say, it's not that I don't like you, it's not that I don't care about you. I just don't have the bandwidth or the heart right now to have small conversations with you. So forgive me if I don't exchange ideas with you. And then do the best you can to find a different route to work, find a different train, find a different seat, get more distance if you can. It's definitely going to help you. If it's unavoidable, then do the best you can to have less contact. That's the best thing you can do. And then and see where you can go from there. One more. Okay. How can you reject a man without hurting him? If he can't see that it's not working, should we talk about the differences? Well, if the differences can be resolved, I think it would be a wise thing to talk about them, because then you give him a chance to win. If you feel like the differences are unresolvable, then you might still talk about them, but from a different angle and with a different type of point of view. You might just be saying, dude, like, here's the reasons why I don't feel this is going to work, and I care too much about you to waste your time. Therefore, I'm not going to waste your time. So I'm going to move on. I'm not the best fit for you right now, and vice versa. And I'd rather you feel a little hurt right now than me drag you along out of my fear of hurting you. Now I might hurt you 10 times more in the future. So I say, when you are presented with two shitty options, choose the less shitty of the two options. And in this case, if this is not going to work, saying no right now is less shitty than saying no a couple of months from now when he feels more towards you. But if it's something that's solvable, then speak with him about it and figure out if there's a solution. Let me see. You're welcome, Cassie. Okay, you start dating a guy that's super sweet, but got a little crazy because he was projecting, but because you were projecting your life relationship with him, scared him away, and he won't talk to you or a friend. And he said he'll give you another chance, but you haven't heard from him. You think he would be perfect, but my best advice is that you relax. If he needs some space, let him come to you. If you already apologize, you already said, I want to make this work, but I messed up. Don't beg him. Don't beg him for more. Be dignified right now and move on, learn from the lessons. If he comes back, great. If he doesn't come back, you learn from this one. You think he's perfect for you. You don't know him as well. So it's a projection right now at best. So have the mode of thinking that says, this is a hypothesis. My hypothesis is that this is that he's the best guy for me, but I could be so wrong. So right now, don't believe this is a universal law. Know that this is a hypothesis, and hypotheses many times are not correct. Okay. How do you know, Sarah? Okay, Sarah, where are you, Sarah? I lost you, my friend. Okay, how do you know if a man is interested more than a friendship? He has girlfriend, but flirts and confuses you. He was there during hard times and acts angry when you have a date, but he shows you the cold shoulder. Well, here's the truth. I mean, I'm going to talk to you, Sarah, pure heart. If he has a girlfriend and flirts with you, stop wasting your fucking time. I mean, like, why are you doing this to yourself? It's not cool for you. It's not cool for the girlfriend. It's definitely not cool for him. So he might want you, but he's not in an available position, and you're putting yourself up for high risk. So best thing you could do right now is move forward, contact a little bit with him, be clear about it. Don't just ghost him. Just say, dude, like right now, you have a girlfriend and I'm looking for love. And this type of relationship, this type of connection right now is not necessarily serving my reality of finding someone. I feel we have a strong connection and the kind that might prevent me from finding what I want. So I'm going to move on right now. And even when I feel we can connect, I'll reach out to you. But for right now, please stop reaching out to me. Is it easy? No. Is it healthy? I think so. So my best advice is to get some distance and to allow him to move on with his life and his girlfriend, and you connect with the guy who's available versus playing this subconscious game of unavailability. It's not healthy for you, and you're going to end up getting hurt. Julia Ford, thanks, Bern. You're the best. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Miriam, how to get over your fears when it comes to relationships. You used to not have any fears, but recently you've been suffering with that after your heart broken by a guy. So like, well, I mean, take some time to heal. A good first step is start learning more about what went wrong and how you can make it better. Another thing you can do is get help. I mean, I'm not doing this as a blatant sales pitch. That's what I do, but I'm not the only one. There's several people who can help you get over your fears and insecurities and challenges. And instead of spending the next 10 years attempting to run in circles, find what you want much sooner. So find someone to help you. Again, doesn't have to be me. Just find someone who can help you avoid years of pain and trial and error. If you don't feel ready for that, then just start learning more about what you did wrong and what you can do better, and have self-compassion and patience in the process. Alicia Skoroska, I am mispronouncing your name and I apologize. Alicia Soronska, I think. Why was it so easy for you to find courage and take a drastic step and a risk to change your professional life, and you cannot move forward from a relationship that you know is not good for you? Because your relationship is far more connected to your heart, and far more connected to your identity, and far more connected to certain emotions that you can't find as easily in your work. You find you're meeting your needs in a deep level, even if it's in shitty ways, but that creates a situation similar to an addiction. I'm not saying it's an addiction, but situations, things, people who meet a few of your needs at a strong level, even if it's not a good way or not a good fit, make it harder for you to move forward. My best advice to you, Alicia, is don't mess around and get some help. I'm serious. Why? Because you could do this on your own and fail multiple times, so you can have someone give you more skills and courage and accountability to help you create the change you want. Imagine your future a year from now not having change, and then 5 years from now not having change, and then 10 years from now not having change. And if that doesn't punch you strongly in the stomach, then nothing will. So if you know that this is not just a luxury but a necessity for you, then get some support to be able to make the step forward in a way that you know will be beneficial to you and your well-being. I'll take a couple more. Shanna Rambo, what's the difference between being expressing and being honest when angry and hurt, not causing drama or overreacting? Well, you can express anger, you can express hurt. The moment where you don't own your share, that's when it becomes drama. When you say, well, you did this to me and you hurt me. Well, in some ways you allow them to hurt you, in some ways you open up to it. You need to assume your part of responsibility. I think that's a fundamental difference between being dramatic and being real and honest. I'm never an advocate to say things softly and swiftly and with a smile on your face when the guy's being a dick towards you. Be strong about it. Just assume your responsibility and your share, so that you're not coming at it from a victim perspective. Now, I'm not saying that there's no victims in life. There are victims in life. There are real victims and there's fake victims. There's both. So don't be a fake victim if you can avoid it, and come at it from a place of responsibility and ownership of your side of the story. And then if you feel like you must share something in a way that's angry, fuck it, share it in an angry way. The guy sometimes will feel something that he wouldn't if you were to cautiously and clearly explain something that you feel super upset about. just figure out what's your share of it so that you don't put all the pressure on him. You own your side of the story. I'll take one more, and then I'll have to do this. Sexualize my sexual life. Love you too. Don't know your name, but I appreciate your feedback, and yeah, the echo will be fixed at some point. Okay, Mary Stewart, one of your man is in the military, and you met online, and you all talk about getting married and having children soon, but he texts you sometimes a lot and sometimes a little. Well, I mean, he's in a challenging situation. He's not in full control of his time. Actually, he's in zero control of his time. He has only some partial control of his time sometimes, especially if he's deployed. So the thing for you is really, if this man is a great guy and shows potential, and he really wants something commitment long term, how long will it really take based on where he's at right now and his commitment to the military? If the commitment that he has there is stronger than the one you can wait for, then don't waste your time. If it's something doable, then get clarity from him as far as what his intentions are, so that you're not holding your breath for something that will never materialize. He needs to get clear with you as to what he wants moving forward. And if he's not your boyfriend, if this is not an exclusive relationship, then you need to date more men. Because the last thing you want to do is put all your eggs in one basket, who you're not clear on whether he really wants to take this all the way, and he can take it all the way or not. Okay? I'll take just one more. Okay, last one. Okay, Noemi, Joan, thank you so much. I love you too. And welcome, and big kisses to you in Germany. Appreciate you being here. Welcome. I skipped 3 people. Like this thing, here's the thing, this thing moves so quickly. I just can't keep up. Vanessa, let me go back up and see if I skipped you. Okay, I did skip you. So here's the thing. You've been talking to a guy who has been separated of his wife for 18 years for a year. We've met each other as children and we talk every day, but he says he's not ready for a relationship. Can this work? I'm going to be clear with you. Absolutely not. It cannot work. I mean, bearing a miracle. I mean, there's the loaves and wine and walking on water type stuff, but bearing one of those miracles, a guy who's not ready for a relationship, and he's telling you that, you're putting your heart at grave danger by choosing an unavailable man. He's telling you to your face, I'm unavailable. Hear him out. Listen to what he's saying to you. Run away like Forrest Gump and allow him to show up in your life only if and when he's able to step up and give you something more than a quasi-friendship or a friend with benefit situation. Do yourself a service, do yourself a self-loving thing, and connect with guys who are available. And as hard as it is, and as much as you feel he might be the one, if he's not available and he's telling you so, he is not the one, at least right now. Move forward, remove yourself from the equation, and give him the hunger he needs to step forward or to self-disqualify himself. Okay? Hope this is helpful, even though it's tough love to you. Thank you all for showing up. Show me a little heart or a thumbs up if you enjoy this. If you find this is helpful for someone in your life, share it with them. And as I shared at the beginning, if there's 2 things that I can share with you right now, if you want to take this deeper, thing number 1, if you want to work with me, first link in the description of the video will allow you to apply to work with me. Thing number 2, if you want to take the concepts that I shared deeper on a video format, that there's a free video class that you can subscribe to on the description of this video. Thank you so much for being here, and look forward to seeing you on the next Facebook Live. And I'm really sorry if I didn't get a chance to reach all of you. I promise that I'm here and I'll read your things. And if you post this as a comment, because once I close this, I'm really unable to see this. If I didn't answer your question, post it as a comment, and I'll do the best I can to answer it after the live. Okay?